Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's up? It's iCkEdMeL. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. And I wanted to share this story with you guys about this girl named Callie, a 10-year-old girl that was playing over her friend's house, and her friends apparently tortured her and did all these kind of horrible things. They recorded videos, posted it to social media. It's a whole mess. And so I just want to tell you guys a story. I want to share some of the links. I'll put it down in the description below if you want to support in any way. There's a petition, there is a GoFundMe, and there's also, if you prefer, an Amazon wish list, which I guess people were asking for. And so, you know, if you rather just have something purchased on Amazon and you want something physically sent, you can actually pick something, you can check it out. I thought that was kind of cool. Now, this story, what we're going to do first is we're going to read the mother's post, and then we're going to see the mother here where she spoke on the news about the situation. And the girls were arrested, and so we're going to take a look at that clip. And this is, I mean, I don't know what kind of tale this is. My daughter, she's super young right now. I can't imagine. I mean, I've always worried about things somewhat happening because, you know, you take your kids to school, you have no idea what's going to happen in school. You don't even know if the teachers are going to be honest about it. I've heard of cases people covering it up. There was another thing a while back with a daycare where the kid had like a broken leg, just all these horrible things that happen. But this, according to one of the articles that I read, you know, this is their neighbors, and the daughter had been going there to play with the kids. It just makes me think of, you never know what's going on in people, in neighbors' houses, maybe even families' houses. And so let's start off with this. Mom here says, I was hesitant to post this. We're on day 4 and my daughter's voice is still being silenced. Very disturbing images. I will not include the other pictures / videos. They are too graphic, and please don't send it to me. I haven't seen the videos. I don't want to see the videos. Okay. The faces are also scratched out as they are juveniles. So on Monday, July 19, 2021 at approximately 12:27 p.m., I opened the door to my worst nightmare. My 10-year-old daughter, Callie, was covered in blood and severely beaten. I called 911 as soon as I saw her, and my world completely shattered within seconds. Those whole 11 minutes that it took for those officers to arrive, I felt a feeling that no mother should ever experience. That morning, Callie's so-called friends knocked on the door and asked if she could come and play. This was something that they did every single day for the past 6 months. We're also their neighbors, okay? As soon as she had walked in their apartment, she had realized that something was wrong. From 7:30 a.m. until 12:27 p.m., my daughter Callie was held hostage in their pantry, dragged to multiple rooms and beaten. She had been struck all over her face, her head, her body by their fists and multiple objects by multiple teenagers. Sorry if I had the plosives going on there. Sorry about that. Callie was sprayed with bleach and humiliated. The acts were all recorded by their mother. What? Who did nothing to stop it. Multiple videos of the assault were shared on social media such as Snapchat and TikTok. They made Callie clean up her own blood afterwards and taunt her about bleeding on them. Many other details and physical evidence was collected by officers on video and in pictures. What happened was traumatizing. No arrests have been made, which they have now, but this is an old post. The officers were called out 4 times that evening involving his family. They were all aware and present of the acts. They even had an officer sit most of the night outside the apartments. No arrests were or have been made regarding the incident. We have not slept hardly at all since then, worrying because these evil people, our neighbors, her abusers, are just going about life like nothing happened. The following day, a child from that home was removed by DCS, which is, I'm sure, like Child Protective Services, Child Services. And the apartment managers had served them eviction notices, but no arrests have been made in the cruel acts that happened to my child. On day 3, I called and came down to speak with investigators who are on the case. An understandable emergency came up for the main investigator, who is apparently holding the entire police report. That investigator will not return to work until next week. Callie has yet to be able to make a statement about the horrendous acts committed on her. After begging for an interview, I got one bumped up from next Monday. Would be 7 days after the incident to this Friday. Callie is 10. Why has she not been questioned the details? Now that she needs to, there literally is so much evidence right away. Why does she have to live in fear after this while her captors and torturers live next door? That's crazy. And can move about as they please like nothing happened. Where is the justice for Callie? So we're going to watch the news clips, and I wanted to share this comment from the mother that she made recently. This was July 27th. She said, "Thank you all for the continued support. The fight is still on. We as a family have agreed to keep it a bit more private for now, but just so you know, we haven't given up for a second." And the original post with all the pictures, that's been shared almost 400,000 times, which is pretty incredible. Now we're going to play these clips. At the end of this video, I want to ask you guys too about this microphone. A quick question for the people that are regular around here and support me. I just have a little bit of, I'm curious about your feedback on the pop filter thing. So we'll wait till the end to talk about that.
Night, John.
In a Facebook post this afternoon that tonight has been shared more than 160,000 times, the Elizabethton, Tennessee mother said her 10-year-old daughter was assaulted by people she thought that were her friends. While the post went viral, we're only using the mother's first name, and we're not naming or showing the face of the child to protect both of their identities. And once again, viewer discretion is advised.
My poor baby went through a lot. These are crimes that have not been taken care of yet.
Brittany, the mother of a 10-year-old Elizabethton girl who she says was violently assaulted, claims the attack was carried out by at least 2 juvenile neighbors. She says it happened July 19th at 7:30 in the morning when her daughter went to play with friends she had been visiting for months.
The second that she walked inside of the home of her supposed friends, they immediately started to beat her. They took her through several rooms, locked her in a pantry, and would take turns humiliating her.
These photos show her daughter's injuries. Brittany says her daughter was held down, whipped with a phone cable, and had soda poured on her head. She says the pictures show her daughter did not fight back. Brittany calls the attack an act of torture.
They gave her breaks because their hands were hurting. They would give her breaks.
Jesus.
They kept the door locked the whole time.
She says the attackers posted pictures with her daughter to social media apps like Snapchat and TikTok. It was not until 12:27, almost 5 hours later, that her daughter emerged from the neighbor's home.
I mean, she was covered in blood, her whole face. Her whole face was swollen and immediately blue. And I thought she had been stabbed.
Brittany says a parent was there during the attack. The Elizabethton Police Department says they are investigating the assault, but Brittany says her contact with law enforcement has been minimal.
It's scary.
And this is from July 22nd. Keep in mind, so this is kind of old now. I just heard about this today, this story.
It's very scary that something hasn't been done.
She says her daughter has not yet been interviewed by police since the attack on Monday morning. Brittany called on Elizabethton police to arrest her daughter's attackers.
I just want justice served for her. I want her to have faith in law enforcement like I have always had up until now. My faith it's coming down quite a bit from this, which is very sad.
And so this was posted July 23rd. 2 juveniles have been arrested for allegedly beating and attacking a 10-year-old girl in East Tennessee. And they were charged with aggravated kidnapping and aggravated assault, filed Friday afternoon. The charges came after an interview with the victim and a consultation with the DA's office. Probably really came after all the attention that the mother got that she had to do. It's almost $400K. You had to, I mean, you know, she said it in the post herself because I guess they weren't getting the attention. They weren't getting the help. She had to do what she needed to do. I mean, this is insane. Look at these girls, man. Crazy ass kids. Who does that? Who does that? Look at this shit. Insane. And then and they're posing. And the thing with this, man, I mean, you know, yeah, we're looking at the kids, but you really have to look at the parents. And I do agree the parents should be charged, whoever was there recording that and allowing that to happen. And I always say that when you have kids come over, you're really responsible for what goes under your roof, especially if the other parent's not there and they're trusting you. And you have this chaos going on. I've spoken about different instances. I've never had something crazy like this, so it's not comparable at all. But I've seen things at the park. You know, there was, I'm not going to go in depth because I've talked about this so many times that I'm not trying to take away, but just so people become aware that, you know, this kind of stuff is happening in a lot of places, maybe to not this magnitude, or maybe we don't see it all the time, but You know, I remember at the park not too long ago, a couple months, I think. I was there with my daughter. My mother comes in with like 4 kids. One's a baby. Mom has a lot of kids, so it's like probably like a break for her. And these kids are wilding out. Like they're punching each other, they're spitting on each other, and mind you, with the global situation, right? And so they come to play with my daughter, and at first I'm kind of like keeping her at a distance, and they're playing. But then I see this one boy, he spit on his sister, and then he's getting ready to go spit on my daughter, and so I had to correct him. You know, I raised my voice, and I don't want to have to do that to people's kids. But if you're letting your child run wild, I'm not going to let your child attack mine, especially if I'm right there. You know what I'm saying? In front, watching. And then he went to go try to punch her, and all this really kind of crazy stuff. And I guess this kid doesn't know any better. You know, there was that time too that I spoke about when I went to the daycare, one of my daughter's previous daycares, and I saw a teacher in the other room. Not only was she like, it's not about that this teacher looked like she was yelling. I could see through the glass panel. The rooms were separated, but there was like a glass window between the rooms. I see her like making these jerking motions towards the kid, like really trying to scare the kid. I could see that she was emotionally very upset. And at one point, she like grabbed the kid, pick him up, and like put him down like that. And I went and reported it because I was thinking, yeah, it's not my child, but that could be my child one day. I'd want somebody to say something, you know. But these kids, they wilding out. They wilding out, man. I don't know what I would do, and it's easy for people to say too what they would do, watching and reacting, but not being in the moment. But I just couldn't imagine. So let's take a look at this final clip here. And as we're reading, 2 teenagers have been arrested. I'm not sure why the mother, to my knowledge, hasn't been arrested. Again, this is not a deep dive for me. It was really just to share the story in case you haven't heard it, to share the links, and you know, it's just the insanity that's going on around the world right now.
Children receives an outpouring of support online and in person. The child's mother, Brittany O'Connell, says all she wants for her daughter is justice. Police in Elizabethton tonight confirmed they are looking into the case after seeing the obvious bruising and swelling signs on the child's body, supporting her claims of an attack. Officers are proceeding slowly, however, because all the suspects in this case are children.
If we rush
How about the parent? That parent that was in the house. What do you mean all suspects children? How about the parent?
to
The heck?
place a charge and there's another detail that's found, then that, you know,
I mean, maybe it's a more sensitive manner, I guess, but bro,
could be detrimental to a case.
It's been a big struggle. We're taking it day by day. She's in good spirits, and all this, you know, support that she's getting and people coming by is really helping a lot.
hopefully they get justice, this family and Callie and the mother. You know, we'll see what happens. Just this wasn't a deep dive. I just wanted to kind of spread out the story and the links that's going on. Now, tonight is Discord night, video night, which we've been on Discord multiple times this week, but specifically tonight, we, you know, throughout the week, we'll talk about cases sometimes, or just in general, regular stories, but specifically Friday night, it's kind of like a fun night where we just have fun and chill. But we were there this morning. The Maricela thing didn't work out. Thank God Ashley is found safe. We're super happy about that. And the last thing too is this microphone thing. I've been messing around with the audio settings and Streamlabs, but as far as with the filter, without the filter, right? And then without the filter or the pop filter. See, I love the way this looks. I think that looks dope as hell. I just don't know if this is annoying where it's like pizza, pepperoni pizza, plaza. I don't know. Plasma blood. Would you give your plasma blood for $25? For $10? Would you give away your plasma? What do you guys think? No filter? Filter. It's me with the filter. It looks all kind of bulky, but I think it sounds a little smoother. But without it, I think it sounds a little bit more clear, but we got the whole thing. So I don't know. YouTuber dilemmas, right? But anyway, take care of yourselves. Love you guys and peace. P.S. I listened to the audio before rendering and ending this, and I think it sounds way better without it. I don't know. It sounds a lot clearer. It sounds a little bit more muffled with that. I mean, there's a bunch of settings in Streamlabs, and the weird thing I don't like is the peace. Why is the peace muffled out? Did you guys notice that? Peace. It's like, why is it peace? Peace. Do I have to do it louder or something? Or is it just because of this? Peace. 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 I don't know, man. All right. Peace, man.